Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this. It is 6:43 a.m. Excuse me. It is Tuesday, the 24th of January. Oh my, last night was a very bad night. And not for any reasons that you would have thought, but my friend was over. She was at work. He stayed by, which was cool. I do enjoy that. It's better than being alone. Being alone is... I start to hear my thoughts echo off the walls. Yes, it gives me less time to do some things. That's fine. It's better than going insane. I like the keeping my mind together part. So thumbs up on that. And then the bad part was, excuse me, adhesive, dental adhesive, yeah, for the win. Now my nose itches. Gotta love this. It's a great day. But last night, about midnight, I started to feel bad. Just physically bad. And then my knees started to get really weak. And I started feeling really shaky. And I just started to feel bad. Physically bad. Like, did I take something that I shouldn't have taken bad? Like, I was starting to wonder, gosh, should I go to the ER that bad? And finally I ended up just telling my friend here, I just went, I'm going to go upstairs and see if I can puke. Maybe puking will help. Because I sort of feel upset to my stomach, but I'm not sure. And so I went upstairs and tried to puke. Just stood there going, and, how do you describe trying to puke? If you don't feel good, you can stand in front of like a sink or a toilet, whatever, and then just work with your stomach to see if it's going to go, oh yeah, and then up it all comes. So I stood in front of the sink for a while trying to see if anything was going to happen. No. Then I started to come back out. That's, of course, when it happened. Had to dash back inside, promptly became Ralphing up some fruit cocktail that I'd eaten. I'd also taken a potassium tablet. Now, I'm supposed to take a potassium tablet anywhere 1 to 3 times a day. So what's the big deal about taking a potassium tablet? But I Ralphed up the remains of a potassium tablet, and oddly enough, when that came up with the fruit, not long after that, all the shakiness started to go away, and by the time she showed up, I felt great. Physically, I felt great again. After having puked up in the bathroom upstairs, in the sink, that was great. I had to clean that up. But then I started feeling better. I was literally to the point, I was telling him, I don't know, I'm thinking of walking to the ER. And that shows right there how desperate I was with that feeling, because you go to the ER in Shelton here, you are literally taking your life into your own hands. I have been to the ER there, and at one point, if I had followed their instructions, when I walked in with cellulitis in my leg that was killing me, and they examined my body and my leg, my gigantic, swollen, red, heat-radiating leg. And they said, gosh, we've got your problem. You've got swine flu. That's a respiratory problem. And so we're going to prescribe you a antiviral, which, as it turns out, Tamiflu doesn't work. We know this now. And so he prescribed that. I had somebody take me to the hospital within 4 hours after that, and they had me on IV antibiotics, and they were fighting to keep me alive. Whereas at the hospital in town here, they said, oh yeah, you've got a respiratory problem. If this thing that we're going to prescribe you doesn't do the trick in 24 hours, come back. Yeah, within 4 hours, they were trying desperately to keep me alive at this other hospital. And before my wife died, unfortunately, she got stuck there. Same situation, different doctors, different, reason, but if we had followed what they had told us, it would have killed her with, Well, that was about 2010-ish about. So she would have been dead a long time ago. That's how desperate I was with my feelings. I was going to go to that hospital. But then they did maybe they did accidentally save my life. They wanted to save my life when I had accidentally first overdosed, thank you, on methadone when I was first starting to take it, where I had taken 12 milligrams of methadone over a 2-day period. That killed me. I stopped breathing, and it was just sheer luck that my kids discovered me, that I wasn't breathing, and my wife came down and kept me breathing while 911 was called and the ambulance was on its way over. They told me there, if they had even 5 minutes, if they had spent even that 5 minutes longer before they'd found me, wouldn't have mattered. I'd have been dead. So they accidentally saved me once, and then they've accidentally saved my wife too before she died. So they accidentally do good things periodically, but the harm, I don't know. Lovely. So it's joyous. But after vomiting up the fruit salad I'd eaten last night, because I was not feeling too good, things are getting kind of shaky, and so I started eating some fruit cocktail, and then a half hour, 45 minutes later, I ralphed that up and then felt great. And by the time she showed up, I was wonderful. And then so they dabbed me up to make sure that things would be fine, and then they left. So that was about 3 hours ago, and so now here we are. I'm awake, I'm recording. It is a brand new day. It is a wonderful brand new day. How do I know it's a wonderful brand new day? I am alive. I didn't die last night. It's a wonderful day. I feel good. I don't know what happened. It couldn't have been just straight. We think it was just sort of a perfect storm of situation. I'd had some cinnamon bread that said, best if eaten by the 23rd. It was the 23rd. But I ate a slice of that bread. Looked okay. Who knows if it was? I had a slice of that bread. Combined with, I had taken a handful of ibuprofen. It had been a while since I've had ibuprofen. That could have been a part of it. So I did that. The potassium on top of the fruit salad, who knows? I mean, literally, who knows what happened? I mean, people die from taking things like aspirin. So, who knows what happened? Our bodies make 100,000 proteins at the very least. And who knows about all the other things in our bodies? I mean, they interact with stuff in our environment. Who knows what it was that got me going last night, to the point that I had to puke, and then after puking, I felt better. I don't know. But still, what I want to do now that I've rambled and done that is I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 of you wonderful, wonderful people and subscribers. I don't think that shout-outs should require contests or anything like that. It's simple human contact, simple human recognition. Daily, I thank 20 to 25 subscribers. I don't always get a chance to go through here. If somebody asks for a shout-out, I am very sorry. But if you would like a shout-out, just ask, and if I catch it, the proviso there, if I catch it, then I will of course give you a shout out, up to 25 people each and every day. So I'm going to start off and say Roberto V, thank you so very, very much. Now if I mispronounce your name, no disrespect intended, at least I'm trying. And Gino White, thank you so very, very much. Louis or Louise, oh boy, I'm terrible at that kind of name. It is Luis Martinez. Thank you so very much. And Matthew McWilliams. Thank you. Now, I'm not actually reading the comments. I'm just reading the fact that you have left me a comment. Good comment, bad comment, indifferent comment. I don't know. I'm just thanking you for leaving the comments. So thank you very much for that. And Illegal Civ. Thank you so very, very much. And Jay Webb. Thank you. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Rohan Cow. KAU, thank you so very much. It is greatly appreciated for honest and for true. I mean, quite seriously, I am so glad that you people are being wonderful people and leaving me comments. It helps keep me grounded on earth, and that is a good thing. I have depression problems combined with all sorts of stuff. I'm not insane or anything like that. I mean, I was loved by a beautiful woman, so I'm not a horrible person. But I have depression problems, and because of things like that, combined with the social anxieties I've picked up from the death of my wife, it's rough going out where people are, but then staying by myself, I can start to hear my thoughts echoing off the walls if I'm not around people. So yay. It's great. And Prism Cubed 909, thank you so very much. Mackenzie number 1000, well, thank you so very much. And Spooky, thank you. And Casey Burns Productions, thank you very much. Cody Banks, thank you, greatly appreciated. J Ward, J period Ward, the capital J, so thank you very much. And Vegeta 187X, thank you very much, greatly appreciated. Wee Kiki? Wee Kiki? Huh. Wee Kiki or Wee Kiki, something like that, and however it's pronounced, I wish I had pronounced it more correctly, but thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. And George Jefferson, thank you very much. Matt Raponi, yeah, I've got to do this first to show that 17 and not 7. Matt Raponi, thank you very much. And Risu, thank you very much. And Danielle Basilino did quite a few, like, must have been 10 or 12 different comments. Hello. And Skylar Hard, thank you very much, greatly appreciated. Butter's been spread. How about that? Thank you very much, greatly appreciated. I skate real, thank you. And that's good that you skate real. It's better than skating imaginary. I can't think of anything funny to go with that. I'm very sorry. And Michael Rappaport, did I do 3? Is that it like that? So, thank you very much. Again, good comment, bad comment, indifferent comment. I don't know or care. It's just thank you for leaving me a comment. Thank you very much. Jim McCarty, thank you so very much. Greatly appreciated. And Philip Noller, thank you very much for the comment. Greatly appreciated. Again, I don't know if it's a good comment or a bad comment or a different comment. 99% of the time I get comments, they are good to indifferent, and that's wonderful. And then there's 10% of comments are from trolls, and that's fine too. I mean, 10% of every group of people are, they shouldn't be allowed near other human beings. 10% of any group is saints. I mean, absolute saints. They redeem almost entirely the rest of the group. And 80% of any group are just people. They don't really they're not good or bad, just trying to get through the day. Problem with that, of course, is they follow and tend to lean toward the dominant feelings of the greater crowd. So if there's the 10% that's the good is in charge, the 80% tend toward good. If you have some of the 10% that's not good in charge, the 80% tends to lean toward that. That's where you get the institutionalized racism, things like with the cops. 10% of all cops are monsters. 10% of cops are saints. 80% of cops just are people trying to get through the day. But if the people up above them in charge are saints, those 80% will be the best cops you've had. If the people in charge are the corrupt monsters, you're going to have one hell of a monstrous institution. And of course, if you've got just someone who's trying to get through the day, it's just going to be a place. But that's how these horrid things happen. You get one of the 10% in charge. Problem with all that is, in the world, we tend to heap praise and all that upon the narcissists and the bad people that go out and are loud, obnoxious, and shouldn't be getting praised and given money and all that, but because people are people, we rally behind those people anyway. So yeah, people are people. 10% of us are monsters, 10% of us are saint, the rest of us just trying to get through the day, but we lean toward whoever gives us the dominant feeling, direction. Direction's a good word. You know, the person in charge may not be evil, but if they're not good, they're going to tend toward doing not good things, and that is picked up by the 80%, and they do that. So yay. And now, though, at 15 minutes and 49 seconds, I am going to go through and greet, well, yeah, it's a greeting. I'm going to greet people in their home languages because I really like to do that. If you would like to hear a greeting in your home language, if you could tell me how to say hello, goodbye, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, all the others but good morning, kind of iffy, they get used. Good morning, it goes on the list here, and I say that. Like, bom dia, diaguit, labrit, ahanyo seo, dzień dobry, terahomakost, barilus, gomarias, buenos dias, boreda, yoragelt, matenva, buongiorno, and then bokertov, Ohio, abunadim anata, kamusta, gomorgan, ni hao, privyet, guten tag, kalimera, bonjour, dobre rano, god morgon, labas ritas, labdien, mesa olheli, merhaba, and of course go forth and have the crack. Good food, good drink with good friends. Not necessarily alcoholic beverages, not necessarily mounds of crack cocaine, not necessarily a crack whore spreading her legs for you. No. Good food, good drink, good friends. Now, all those previous things mentioned can be part of the crack, but they are not necessarily the entirety of the crack. So thumbs up. I'm 17 minutes into this, and I can't really think of anything other to say. I try to keep these under 20 minutes because over that, nobody watches. Under that, well, nobody watches. Well, even when I hit it on time. I get like 200 to 300 views on my vlog. Woohoo! It's okay though. I do my whole channel for me primarily. Therapy. It keeps me grounded and sane, and thank God for all of you to help me stay grounded and sane. Thank you so very much. You're all awesome, wonderful people. I wouldn't be where I am over the recovery of the death of my wife if it weren't for all of you. I can tell you that quite honestly and quite truly without a doubt or fear of contradiction. I would be nowhere along in my recovery if it hadn't been for all of you. So thank you all so much. You are all beautiful, wonderful people. I consider you my family, and that is awesome. So thank you all so very, very much. Now I'm going to wrap this up and then start work on the other things I got to get done. At least one reaction video, hopefully a game video. But if you could toss me a like, that would be awesome. I prefer positive validation for my existence. That would be cool. If you could subscribe, that would be wonderful as well. Just be prepared. When I'm feeling good, I do anywhere from 1 to 3 to 5 videos daily. So the notifications could clog your feed, but if you're down with that, then hey, hope to keep you forever and ever. Thumbs up, wrapped in plastic, down in the basement, in the dark, with the rest of them. One day I'm going to get the perfect note of creepy, and then I won't ever have to do that again, because I'll have done it perfectly. Perfectly. So thumbs up. You take care. Have a great day today. I've got some stuff a-coming. That's a good thing. Thumbs up on that. I'm sad that 2NE1 has broken up. That was sad. That was a goodbye video from 2NE1 yesterday, and that was sad. But you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that, my friend, is a very good thing. And I still don't know how to end these. I just ramble, and that's okay.